Alright, for this week's sprint, I've gotten most of the collision system done. Thanks to templates and their particular quirks, I haven't got the singletons to be deleted yet, but I'll show you what happens when I try to delete them. But what I have gotten done is I've gotten the command class split into a couple of sub-base classes. So there's a registration deregistration command, which is, the regular commands that we've been using on the scene level for a while now. And I have also split off collision commands. I don't know if these necessarily need to be commands per se, since they're just being used by the collision manager and not by any command broker. Mostly I just wanted the syntax of commands that execute on call every time. For the collision systems that I have gotten done, at the scene level, there's the collision manager. Holds a collection of the collision commands, processes them every update. The collision commands are generated when, on the scene level, the user calls register command self, register command pair, and provides the correct or some types for those. And then the test commands get the collections directly from the singletons, and every collidable game object registers themselves to a singleton. So here on collision register, pass in your type. It registers to the group of that same type here. Right here, just pushes it to the back of the list. Deregister is similar, just removes yourself from the list, and get collection returns the pointer of that the list that they're all assigned to. So, for example, here in the demo scene, register collision self spheres will get passed through the scene to the collision manager. Collision manager takes in that whatever type that was passed through and creates a new command of that type, self or pair, and gets the correct collections from the singletons. And then obviously in the execute, which happens once an update, collision manager, let's see. Go definition. Alright, so in the CPP, obviously once every update it goes through and executes all the active tests, and that just goes through, checks if it's colliding, which in this case just returns true, calls the correct collision callbacks from the user side. And that's about it on the code. I'll demonstrate that that's working here for you, and then I'll show you what happens when I try to connect the singletons with the command manager, or the collision manager. So demo scene, we have the demo sphere registering collision with itself, and then if we go in here, we'll see that sphere collide with sphere is the message that prints out there. Sphere collide with other if it's hitting any other collidable. And then in the next scene, the fake game scene, we have cottage and frigate textured, and those callbacks are similar. They're gonna call back frigate collided with cottage in the frigate, or cottage collide with frigate in the cottage. So let's go ahead and run that, and as you'll see here, sphere collide with sphere. We switch scenes over, cottage collide with frigate, frigate collide with cottage. and this of course still works like it normally does. So if I attempt to get the collision manager and things to interact with each other. So the collidable group, the idea that I had for making these things connect was that on creation, the collidable group would inform the current scene that it was created, pass a pointer to itself. That pointer to itself would be passed through the scene into the collision manager. That collision manager would, in the add group method here, create itself a command and add it to its list on the collision manager's deletion. All those commands would be processed, and so the singletons would all be gotten rid of. But I ran into this fun and delightful issue of as soon as I include the scene manager in the collidable group, it just blows up and tells me that my scene manager is not typed correctly. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with this this error list here. It seems to be upset at my command broker. My only guess as to what this is that because I'm including the scene manager in a template class, it wants the scene manager to also be a template class, and so it's upset because it's assuming an integer as the type for the scene manager, and it doesn't like that. I don't know. Also, all the colors go away from here. I think that's it's got something to do with include issues. I don't know exactly what that's all about. But, if I put that one line away, then everything just becomes fine again. Um, I would love to dig in and figure out what's going on with that, but it's Wednesday night and I don't have time. If we can discuss this kind of stuff in class, I would like to, because I want to know what is happening. I think that's about it for this sprint, though.